Yay, it's better than the alternative.
This is true.
Okay, and it's showing up on the preview on my MacBook, so that's good. And I can read the chat, so that's good. I think we're ready to go.
I got it pulled up on mine. Well, there's an ad, but
We're going to do that. We'll do that, and there is a little bit of a question mark right now as far as something I should do, and I'll talk about it in a minute, but
like what? What are you talking about?
well, I had to turn pit stops off because they're too stupid to execute them without crashing. So, like, whoever programmed their path, the way the pathing works in Automobilista for, well, and R Factor in any game that uses this game engine is you create a separate file, basically, to tell the AI this is a normal lap. This is a lap when you're coming to pit. This is a lap when you're leaving to pit, right? Leaving the pit, right? So whoever did the come in and go out AI lines really messed it up.
Oh no.
But this is the best version of this track I have. So because I turned pit stops off, I can now have as much or as little fuel in the car as I want. It doesn't matter. So I set it to a low amount of fuel because that means my car is less heavy, right?
Alrighty.
Which is good. But if I start running away from them, I'll have to, like, I don't know, adjust it somehow so that I stop just running away, because it is kind of, in a way, unintentional cheating.
Unintentional. I think it's intentional cheating.
I would much rather them be able to safely do pit stops, but they don't. But the way that they're not right now, like, killing me, is a standout version of this track, which I have several different versions of. But this is the only one where the AI actually is fun to race with. Anything else, and they just kind of crash into everything, so. So we'll see if anybody shows up on the stream. This is race 4. On race 1, Alex, the commenter formerly known as Lexi. I don't know if you have come across them since they changed their name, but
yeah,
Alex was here for race 1, and Burger Wheeze was. And then in race 2, we made a new friend called Soso. And then in race 3, no one showed up at all. So we'll see if anybody shows up in race 4 or not. Meanwhile, I'm in 13th place now.
Out of how many?
42.
I feel like a blue shell would be useful right about now.
A blue shell would be wonderful.
Is that not how it works?
That's not how this works, no.
Oh.
12th place. We started 15th, so we're up 3 spots, which is good.
How many crash outs are you willing to witness before you're like, something's wrong?
Well, it kind of depends how it happens. If it's a super unrealistic crash, or something like that, then 2 or something, you know what I mean? If it's, however, just like real life, if IndyCar had a bad day, then we'll just roll with that, you know? But like I said, I've been kind of testing the mod, and it's been working. It's been behaving pretty well, so. Excuse me.
What was that?
Cleared my throat.
Wow. It came through really weird. Sounded like you had indigestion or something. I'm thinking, that's not a good noise right in my ear.
Sorry. I'll try to mute the mic if I have to clear my throat again.
It's not a big
This
deal.
tea that I got from the grocery store that we don't normally get tea at, I don't know, it's like scratching my throat. Could be unrelated, you know what I mean? It might just be that I have a scratchy throat and I just got tea and I'm blaming it on the tea and it's not the tea's fault.
They put little bits of fiberglass in it.
It kind of feels that way. I hope they don't have like leaky tea bags like Walmart does.
I'm just chewing on tea leaves. This is my life now. How is, it's gonna sound really out of date, but do you have any like back problems or anything?
Back problems?
Yeah, I remember your back was hurting like a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess if I do something weird to it, but I'll tell you, one of the most wonderful things for my back was getting this chair for fat people.
Getting this chair. The chair! Or fat people.
Because, like, I mean, I'm not anywhere near its weight capacity, right? So, I don't know, I feel like a little baby sitting in an office chair. Like, it's just very padded and roomy, and it's completely the opposite of the chair I had from the 90s previously. So, yeah, it feels great on the tush and the back.
On the tush and the back. Well, good.
And I mean, it's got like a recliner deal so that I can, it kind of acts like a car, you know, like a seat in a car. Because I can recline the back and all that kind of jazz, so. So I think while this works and we'll get the race in, I don't think this is going to be a very exciting race.
Do I need to just randomly, like, come in there and throw something at you to spice it up?
No thank you. No actual real-life blue shells, please. But, well, I guess a blue shell. It would have to be a red shell. I'm not first.
There's a hazard on the track.
There you go. You watch IndyCar with me sometimes. Who's that car? Right on the left of me.
Ryan Hunter Ray.
Yeah. I guess it says over his name, or over his car, doesn't it? It says his name.
Yeah. Boop doop boop boop boop. I guess it's not Mario, is it?
Could be Mario.
It could be Mario in that car?
Could be. Mario Andretti.
Yeah, but you don't think that Ryan Hunter Ray will be offended if someone called him Mario? Reporter goes up to him. Mario, tell me.
It'd be more offensive if he was talking to somebody, like the reporter was talking to somebody who was Italian. Like the assumption that all Italians are named Mario.
All Italians are named Mario. Yeah. This is how real life is.
Still there. All clear. Clear left.
Did you fail the game?
Can you see how many viewers are watching?
2.
Well, that's just you, me and you, I think.
No, me and Nightbot. My buddy Nightbot. Ah.
All right, so now we're getting into lapped traffic, I think. Like, you see how everybody's kind of stacking up on top of each other here?
Yeah.
I think that's because the leader has caught last place, who is dramatically slower.
On your right. Hold your line. Keep left.
So it's a traffic jam.
Still there. Car
Great.
right. Car right. Clear right.
Is that what we want?
Well, it makes it easier to pass, but it also makes it easier to be passed, so...
All clear.
Because everybody's kind of stuck right here. And it could lead to crashes, so... It'll spice things up a little bit, I suppose.
Hold your line. All clear. On your left. Clear. Car left. All clear. On your left. Watch your left. Still there. 3 wide. 3 wide. 3 wide. 3 wide. Keep right. Still there. Watch your left. Left side. All clear. Clear. Watch your left. Hold your line. 3 wide. You're on the right. All clear. Left side. All clear. Left side. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear left. On your left. Watch your left. Keep right. All clear. On your left. Still there. Clear left. All clear.
See, this is going to suck if it stays like this,
Watch your
where
left. Hold your line.
the slow cars bog everything up,
Hold your line. Clear left.
because
Car left.
I'm going to be able to fly through and win the race easily, because the AI isn't as good in situations like this at passing as I am. So, like, I went from 12th to 6th just because everyone else is stuck behind Simona de Silvestro here. So, I mean, to be fair, I haven't cleared her yet either, but
Car right.
I'll get it done
Watch
right
your
here.
left. Still there. Clear.
I think step one of making it a little fairer is I'm going to come down on my boost, which is just like an adjustable thing they have. In real life, they'll use it for saving fuel and that kind of thing. Here, I'm going to use it as kind of like an equalizer, where this way I don't just run over everybody. What it really means is I probably should have set the difficulty a little higher, but
Is it too late for that?
I can't change the difficulty once I'm in a race weekend. I'd have to leave and come back.
Wow.
kiss the wall.
Did you like it?
No. Looks like Ed Carpenter is winning right now.
Never heard that name. Who is that?
Ed Carpenter?
Yeah.
He's a part-time driver. He only does the oval races in real life, but he owns a lot of race cars.
Can you do that? Like,
Yeah, you can own and drive. That's fine.
no, I mean, can you just say, I only want to race these? Like, how do you win the championship if you're like, I'm only going to race these?
You don't. He's not in it for the championship.
He's in it to rob the points and spice things up for everyone else.
Pretty much, yeah.
I guess the rich want to troll people too, huh?
Well, I think really what it is, he used to drive the full season, but he just sucked at not ovals. Like, really bad.
Turning right, I can't do that.
It was something like that, yeah.
Sure that everyone else has made that exact same joke about
But
it.
then on ovals, he's actually really good. He's won a lot of races, but only if you turn left. So,
Only if you keep turning left.
and then there's the reverse too, because ovals are faster. A lot of drivers don't think they're safe. Like it's a bit more of a risk, you know?
Yeah.
So you've got some drivers over here who are really good at circles, and some drivers over here who think circles are too dangerous. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Everybody figures it out. Water finds its own level.
Left side, watch your left. Still there, clear left. Left side, all clear.
Water finds its own level? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I guess it's like an old axiom of eventualism. But like if you pour water in a glass, right, it might wave while you're pouring it, you know? But after a while, it's going to level out to what it needs to be, right?
Right, but I've never heard that
On
axiom.
your left. Still there, clear left.
And
Left side, clear.
it's basically just like it is what it is. That's how it will always go.
You know what I gotta ask you now, right?
What?
Why does it happen?
Because it happens.
There you go.
Yay. Oh, everybody's really... Oh, boy.
Three
This is
wide, you're
sketchy
on the left.
and scary.
Clear right. Car left. Clear left. Car left. On your
Did
left.
you enter New Jersey?
Clear.
Yeah. Did feel like I went somewhere where the speed limit dropped.
Left side. Left side. Still there. Clear.
I don't know what happened, but everybody was just like on top of everybody. The big winner out of that was James Hinchcliffe, who found a way to get from 6th to
On your
3rd.
left. All clear. Car left. Watch your left. Hold your line. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear. Watch your left. Clear left. Clear. On your left. Keep right. Clear. Watch your left. Car left. Clear left. Watch your left. All clear. Clear. The caution flag is out.
Caution flag is out.
Watch your left. Clear left. On your left.
A local, I guess. That's weird. On an oval, that's very weird. I don't know what happened there.
Caution.
I think somebody is off the track. Like,
Somebody threw a McDonald's wrapper out the window.
no, this isn't NASCAR. But I think somebody is like, watch when I come up on this turn. Look to my right on the like turn with the big buildings.
Yellow
For just a
flag.
second, you'll see like a name on the outside, maybe. Well, no, never mind, not there. Oh no, but I think he's outside the track. If
Oh,
you
what
look
do
on the
you-
mini map, there's a car that's stopped. And
Right.
it doesn't look like he's on it. It looks like he's outside. So probably what happened was he hit a car and got airborne and went like through the fence.
Is that just going to be a perpetual caution then for the rest of the...
I'm grateful for it. It's going to be a local caution, which just means when you go through that area of the track, look out. You don't have to slow down or anything. So, like, I'm glad it's not reading it as a crash where we have to get the pace car out, because if we did that, then, you know, this would be just pace car
The
for
caution flag is out.
200 laps or something.
On your right.
Well, no, it would despawn, wouldn't it?
No, there's no reason he's going to despawn.
3 wide. You're on the right. Watch your right.
He's off the
On your
track.
right. Keep left.
Yeah,
Unable to make his way back to the track.
but it doesn't. He's just going to keep trying to get back to the track
Watch
forever
your
now.
left. Clear left. On your left. Keep right. Watch your left.
Who is
Clear
that?
left. Yellow
I
flag.
can scroll
Car
and
left.
find out.
Hold your
It's
line. All clear.
Sato.
Clear.
Well, that figures.
Oh. Sato. You got my man Paznow in there somewhere?
He's in here somewhere, yeah.
Caution. All clear.
Probably like,
Watch your left.
oh no, you let me
Clear left.
again. So many laps.
Let's see. Pagano is 19th.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
Yeah, now you can definitely see where Sato is on the. He's on the exit of turn, I don't know, 3 or 4, right before you get onto the front stretch. You'll see his name pop up on the right-hand side of, like,
Yellow flag.
outside of the world right there.
The caution flag is out. Car right.
He's
Clear
slowly
right.
circulating.
On your
He's
left.
finished a
Keep
lap.
right. All clear.
Driving around the outside.
Yep.
Oh, hey, I can turn off cross-platform play.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
There you go.
Clear left.
On Overwatch?
Clear.
Yeah, but
Yeah, there you go.
that's really lame though. It basically disables competitive.
Well, you never played competitive anyway.
Right. So I'm like, I'm okay with that, but it's still kind of like,
Clear. Clear left. The caution flag is out. On your left. Watch your left. On your left. Keep right.
Normally what would happen in a situation like this with a car off the track like that is eventually he would run out of fuel and then he would despawn, right? Because it knows.
right, no fuel.
But
no,
since I turned off pit stops, he's got infinite fuel. So that's not going to happen.
Yellow flag. Right side. Clear. The caution flag is out. Yellow flag. Watch your left. All clear. Clear. Watch out. Yellow flag.
well, I don't know. Like this whole crossplay on Overwatch thing it's really spicing things up because I'm at a disadvantage, but sometimes my team members are the PC user too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, I don't think it was a good idea.
Caution.
I don't know.
On your right. All
I
clear.
actually think if you can turn off cross-platform, then it is a good idea because now people can be like, hey friend, you want to play? And they'll be like, oh, but I have a PlayStation. Be like, no sweat, friend.
I wish they would set it to,
Watch out. Yellow flag.
this is what I think they need to do. They need to set it to consoles only, PlayStation 4 only, or PC only, or all of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any real advantage between playing on an Xbox controller and a PlayStation controller. But
Yellow flag.
if we're talking PC versus console, well, that's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The caution flag is out. Caution. Right side. Clear right. Caution.
Hey, I think Sato came around for another lap now.
Just like 4 laps behind.
It's just going to be like Sato lap counter for the whole race. Right now he's at 2. Since he went off the track.
Yellow flag.
So can I tell you something IndyCar related that I'm miffed at?
Watch out. Yellow flag.
Sure. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't.
Well, because I don't know how interesting that is, but so they just announced today, or maybe it was yesterday technically, that Well, this wasn't news that it was going to happen, but okay. So because of COVID, the race that they normally have in Toronto was canceled. Like the city of Toronto said, we don't want that many people getting together. We're not going to do it, right? So IndyCar's hands are tied there. It's not their fault. But so they kind of said we'll look into getting a replacement event, right? Well, they just announced yesterday or today that they're not going to replace it. They're just down a race, right?
That kind of throws everything off, doesn't it?
It throws everything off, and it means there's going to be over a month of no IndyCar racing. And
in the middle of the
season, yeah. July, basically. From like July 5th to August like 8th or something. I'd have to look at the calendar, but like nothing. And it's like, you can't do that. This is the 24-hour news cycle, Twitter world. You can't disappear for a month and expect people to follow your season and like turn on the TV and care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. They're going to be like, well, it's over.
Yeah.
You're
so,
losing a lot of your
and the thing is, this is not new for IndyCar. They've done month-long breaks on purpose before. The people who run it seem to think this is a totally acceptable thing, and it's not. This is, you know what I mean? Like, this is the era of binge watching. If you can't binge watch it, it's hard for people to follow. And this is a month-long gap right in the middle of everything. It's just, it's so stupid. You can't do that. And I've heard so many things about like, well, the teams get really tired and it's very expensive on the haulers and, you know, going from city to city. And it's like, well, then I don't know how you expect to like have a series, because you've got to put your big boy pants on if you want to be an elite sports league. That's my rant.
I mean, isn't it like that with every other sport, that it's going to be like, oh, they get tired?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, oh, you don't think, what, the NHL, when they fly from Vancouver to Florida and overnight to play the next day, like, you don't think they get tired? Give me a break.
Yellow flag. Watch your left. Left side. Hold your line. Show your left. On your right. All clear.
The thing in IndyCar's way, the greatest obstacle IndyCar has to overcome is IndyCar.
On your left. Clear. Car left.
Like,
On your left.
it's better racing than NASCAR. It's better racing than Formula One.
Car left.
But
Left side.
it's
Clear.
run by idiots, and it has been for like 30 years. Hey, look at Sebastian Bourdais. Hey.
Car left. All clear.
He's in 34th.
The caution flag is out. Yellow flag. Car left. On your left. Keep right. All clear.
34th out of how many? What is it?
42.
40. Watch out. Yellow flag.
It says in the top left corner on the stream if you can see
On
it.
your right. Clear. The caution flag is out.
You can barely see it. Yeah, okay.
I guess you're watching on your phone, so that's probably pretty
Right.
small. But
Watch out.
yeah, there's 42 cars, because 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Yellow flag.
And I decided that, like, I don't know, 10 years ago when I used to play R Factor 1, and I've just stuck to it ever since.
Caution. Right
I
side.
think Sato is
Clear.
coming around to complete his third lap.
Is he just driving along the outside of it?
So what's happening, I'm sure, without actually seeing him, is that his scripting knows I need to go left from where I am. Like the flow of the track goes this way, and the line I'm supposed to be on is left from where I am. So he's continuing to go with the flow of the track, and he is trying desperately to get back onto the line that he wants to be on. But there's a wall in the way.
Caution. Yellow flag. All clear. Car right. All clear. Watch out, yellow flag. On your right. Clear.
Well, good news, I suppose, is we're 1/3 of the way through, just about. Oh, we got more people off the track now.
No, what happened?
I can't tell you what happened. I'm sure they hit each other and went off. One of them, I mean, we'll find out who they are. One of them was in 7th place, though, so that's a big hit for somebody.
Yellow flag.
I guess this is the only way you can, like, DNF in a race where there's no damage and no pit stops, is
Caution.
if you get ejected from the surface of the track. Looks like one of them is Santiago Urrutia, and I couldn't tell who the other name was.
Watch your right. Clear right. The caution flag is out.
Still can't
Watch
tell. I'll
out,
just
yellow
scroll up.
flag.
Oh, Ed Carpenter. So potentially, like, the former leader of the race, definitely somebody who was in a good spot.
Caution.
But probably what's happening is they're banging wheels and they get airborne, and then the wall is programmed as collidable, but the fence is not. So you can clear the wall, go through the
But not a
fence.
The
Yeah.
caution flag is out.
If you get high enough, you can go over the wall, through the fence, and then you're over there with Sato.
Caution.
Auto crew.
I guess it's like a little
Doing-
side race right now.
And then you're just doing laps around the outside, huh?
All 3 of them now, yep.
Watch out, yellow flag. Yellow flag. Watch out, yellow flag. Caution. Yellow flag. Right side. Clear right. Clear left. Clear. Left side. Keep right. Clear. The caution flag is out.
Keep in mind, this was the best version of this track I could find.
Car left. Clear. Clear left. Caution. Yellow flag. Car left. Left side. All clear. Watch out, yellow flag. Car left. Clear. Clear left.
Well, I'm up to 3rd now.
The caution flag is out. Right side. All clear. Left side. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear. On your left.
Can't even read the names of the people in front of
Still
you.
there. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear left. Watch out.
So the red and yellow car is a lap down. It's Marco Andretti. The orange and white car is James Hinchcliffe. He's in third, and I'm in fourth, or vice versa, depending on who passes who. Blue and orange behind me is Scott Dixon. Blue in front of me is Alex Palou. Those are all 4 positions, so they're around wherever I am.
Yellow flag. Car left. On your left. Hold your line. Clear.
Are you going to beat Captain Nebby?
Left
Maybe.
side. Clear left. Clear. Left side. Clear left.
Throw a wrench at him and you pass him. Is this like pod racing?
The caution flag is out.
Did that scene tick you off? Being an IndyCar fan, did the whole pod racing thing in the first Star Wars movie tick you off?
Of all the problems the first Star Wars movie has, it not being realistic to racing is not even in the like top 30.
Clear left. Watch your left. All clear. Car left.
Seem a little disgruntled.
It's not a good
You're on the right. Clear.
No,
What
I
is
mean,
the
it's
worst
pod
movie
racing.
you've
Who
ever
knows what the rules are of pod racing? I'm not here to judge interplanetary racing series.
What is the worst movie you've ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen, probably Santa Claus or The Santa Claus or whatever it was that you made me watch.
Is that the worst movie you've ever seen? You haven't seen really bad movies.
I don't know, man. That was awful.
It's bad. I know it's bad. But you're saying that's the worst, huh?
Clear left. Left side. Keep right. The caution flag is out. All clear. Car left. Clear left. Watch out. Yellow flag. Yellow flag.
So I think what I should have done for this race that I didn't do is there's a setting called the AI limiter.
Yeah.
For anybody listening who's wondering, this is in your PLR file. And what it does is what you kind of conventionally think of as rubber banding with the AI. But not exactly that. It's not so much that they're designed to stay close to you. It's that they're designed to stay close to whatever the number is, right? So right now there's no limiting. So Simona De Silvestro here in 39th is only as good as the talent file says she should be, right? But with a limiter on, it would say, okay, but being a full second off the pace is too slow, we're going to make her only 3/4 of a second off the pace, or whatever I set it to, right? Like,
Right. How precise does this thing get?
well, it's precise for what it's trying to do.
Watch your left. Left side. Clear left. Caution. Car left. Clear left. Watch your left. Still there.
So, like,
Clear. On your left.
from my understanding, the way it works is in the talent file, and I don't know if you really care if you're just trying to talk for the sake of talking on air, but in the talent file, there are 2 numbers. One of them is called speed, and one of them is called minimum race speed, I think. So basically, or minimum race something. And the speed number is straight up, okay, this is a percentage of, there are 2 acceptable lap times, okay? Let's say at the high end, it's 19 seconds, and at the low end is 21 seconds, right? All right. If your speed is 99, that means you're going to come really close to that 19 seconds, the fastest of the two, right?
All right.
But in order to give fluctuation, it takes that minimum race speed number. And that works as a percentage off of that number. So you're 99 on your best lap, but how many laps that you complete are your best lap, right? And then it can vary it from there. So those two numbers in the talent file work together to create, because otherwise, you know, Scott Dixon would do 19.1 every lap, 19.1, 19.1, 19.1.
Right.
And that's not realistic, right? Like, I mean, things very occasionally, Scott Dixon sometimes slows down. So, you know, it creates a little bit of fluctuation there. So that's in the talent file, the .rcd. The .plr is tuned to specifically my racing experience under my name, PLR standing for player. And it basically says, okay, when we're playing as Nifty, Nifty wants the AI to be 50% of that. So, you know how I said the range was from 19 seconds to 21 seconds? Well, if the limiter is 50%, then the range is going to be 19 and a half to 20 and a half or whatever that comes out to, like, so that everybody is a little bit closer.
Yellow flag.
Oh.
Flag is out.
What's wrong?
Watch your right.
I'm trying to play Overwatch and I'm dealing with the fact that there's all sorts of these strategic spots that make no sense on a console but are completely relevant now.
Oh. Well, I thought you would take cross-play off.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is since crossplay is on by default, I will only be paired with people that turn crossplay off, meaning I will be waiting for a match.
Oh, I got you.
Like, imagine it.
You should be very vocal in the Overwatch community about how that option exists.
I mean, yeah, but Overwatch is 5 years old or more, so it's like no one really.
Yeah. Who plays games that are older than 5 years, huh? Who would do that? You know, as I lap around my, like, 18-year-old game.
Yeah.
I guess technically this game is probably only about 5 years old, but the engine it's built off of, but yada, yada, yada.
Clear right. Caution. On your left. Left side. All clear. Car left. Left side. Hold your line. Clear. Watch out. Yellow flag. On your left. Hold your line. Clear.
Yeah, that's just frustrating. Like, I'm running into things where it's not really that much better, but I never have to worry about that because the technical ability of someone on a controller to really do that is going to be unlikely.
Car left. Clear left.
But now they're not on controllers, so it's like, oh,
All clear. Watch your right. Clear right. The caution flag is out. down, yellow flag. One down, yellow flag.
So I've turned crossplay off. Let's see how long it makes me wait. Like, I gotta end this match, so I'll let you know. It's just, we're not going anywhere, because no one can compete with mouse and keyboard.
That's so weird to me because whenever I play a game with a mouse and keyboard, I hate it. It doesn't feel right.
I mean, it's what you're used to, right? That's the thing, is that I could get used to, God, I could get used to, mouse and keyboard without a problem, but the problem is that I can't get used to a controller versus mouse and keyboard.
I don't know, because a keyboard is very finger-based, and a controller is very thumb-based. And I feel like, I don't know, I get, you know, waggle-lagging joysticks with a thumb, that makes sense. But like, I don't know, pounding with my ring finger on a certain key, that doesn't make sense. That's like a lot of work for the ring finger.
Well, it's not about how many times can you click within a certain amount. It's how many times can you hold down, like, this amount of right on a joystick for exactly this long, so you turn exactly the right amount. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
a mouse and keyboard could definitely outdo that, but
Clear.
I don't know, it's still like, I mean, I get it, but there's no way I could ever play a video game with a mouse and keyboard. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, to me, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense that those people are out there. Like, string theory doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't mean it's not incredibly intelligent or the, you know, the best idea we have out there or something. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me.
The caution flag is out. Caution. One down, yellow flag.
Hey, we're officially halfway through this race.
I don't think we've had a single person come in.
I don't think so either.
Alright, here we go. Now I'm in just consoles. Just PlayStation, actually. Just, never mind, there's no just consoles. It's either only PlayStation or all of them.
Car right. Watch your right. Right side. All clear. The caution flag is out. Left side. On your left. Still there. Clear left.
Oh, that's even sleazier, too.
On your right. Clear right.
It linked my account to Blizzard,
Flag.
so it's like a Blizzard account, right?
Yeah.
And they can sell my personal information. And in order for me to say don't sell my personal information, I need to scan a QR code
One down,
on my
yellow
phone.
flag.
So it's like, I can't just say no on the PlayStation. I have to say, you know, use a completely different device for it.
Car left.
Wow, that does suck.
The caution flag is out.
Way to go, Blizzard.
Watch your right. Clear
I guess
right.
the wait isn't that bad. There's a lot of people who are really ticked off because I think EA and Blizzard shook hands. And it's like, we don't want that built on our company. But that's why a lot of the
All clear.
big people behind Overwatch left. I'm kind of worried about Overwatch 2, not because it'll be canceled or something, but because it'll be like
On your left.
not
Left side.
good.
All clear. Clear
Yeah.
left.
Like, look,
Caution.
pay to win transaction. Wow, that sounded totally EA, doesn't it?
All clear.
Yeah. So, in the race here, just a second, the black and pink car that is like 3 cars ahead of me right now is Helio Castroneves in second place, and I'm in third. So, the target here is to get around the black and pink car.
Yellow flag. Car left. All clear. Caution. Car left. Car right. All clear. Watch your left. 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear left. All clear. The caution flag is out.
Anyway, you can keep going about on your watch. I'm sorry. Just
On your left.
wanted to
Good.
frame the situation.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
How much longer on here? Let's see, I can barely see.
All clear. Left side.
159 out of 300.
On
Yeah.
your right. All clear.
Like I was saying, we crossed halfway because it was at 150. The answer is probably another 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Watch out. Yellow flag.
However, in most racing series, including my fictional ones,
Right side.
the 50% mark is important because in real life, let's say it just started raining like crazy, right? Before 50%, they'll try to reschedule the race. After 50%, if it's raining like crazy and you can't get the race finished, they just say, well, it's done. Half the distance was run. That will go in the book as a full race. You know, that's just kind of like the turning point where they're like, okay, we can call this a fair race if it got more than halfway through.
Watch your right. All clear.
So, let's say, I don't know, there was a giant AI explosion here. I would pause, quit, calculate where everybody was right before the AI explosion, and that would be the order, the finishing order of the race, like if that were to happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
Caution. The caution flag is out.
You know, this isn't so bad. I turned off crossplay and it didn't take that long. It took like a minute to find a match. So,
Clear right.
I guess it didn't ruin it. I think the whole reason they wanted to do it is to try to, like, add more players to the player
Flag
pool,
is out.
yeah.
and that they failed catastrophically. You know what I mean? Like, what's more players to the player pool when you don't want to play with half of them?
Clear. Yellow flag. Caution. Watch out, yellow flag. The caution flag is out.
There's a new game that's come out, some kind of
Yellow
Dark
flag.
Alliance called Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
It actually looks right up my alley, so I might.
Caution.
Is that some, like, video
Yellow
game?
flag.
Yeah,
Okay, well, you said Dungeons and Dragons, so I didn't.
right, but it's like a Dungeons and Dragons video game, so that's why I'm like. But it doesn't look like it has that much to do with Dungeons and Dragons other than just being kind of RPG based.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we gotta fight for the lead up in front of me. That blue car is Polo in first, and that black and pink is Castroneves in second.
All clear.
You know, if they stay stuck behind the AI here, I'm gonna catch up in third. Have ourselves
just
a little
hear-
battle.
did I just hear somebody?
I can't hear you.
Yellow
I can
flag.
hear him.
I might have to turn his volume up.
Right side.
Can you
On
be
your
a little
right.
louder?
All clear.
Hi, Turkey.
I guess not. Here, okay, we will. This is kind of
My name's showing up on the
dangerous.
stream.
No,
but-
yeah, you're there. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta. Sometimes when I like Alt Tab, it gets sketchy. Okay, now go ahead and speak.
Test.
Okay, well I've cranked you up to 200, so that's as good as I can
Yeah,
do for
I hear
you.
myself on the stream.
Yeah, but once I get the race car noises back, will you be able to hear you?
About as well as I could hear you, it seemed like.
All right. How you doing, Turkey?
The caution flag is out.
Good. I'm not on for long. Hi.
Okay. Artie was just discussing cross-platform play on Overwatch. And I'm in third place.
Oh yeah, that seems like it's gonna be fucky to me.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, it sucks.
oh, is it out?
Watch out.
Yeah, it's
Yellow
out.
flag.
Oh okay. Yeah, it seems like it would be really bad.
Yeah, they set it up to I can turn it off, but all they've done, like the whole reason they did it is probably to add more players to the player pool, but it really just reduced the amount of players.
It cuts it in half, right?
Right.
Clear.
If you want to play on your own or like with PS4 players, it cuts it in half.
Right.
Yeah.
My options are everybody or only PS4 players. And by default, it's PS4 players. Or, I mean, by default, it's everybody.
Yeah.
And it is already really bad because it's like, oh, I can't even leave the spawn because I'm getting sniped.
Yeah.
On your left. Clear.
And then,
Watch out. Yellow flag.
there's all these things you
Watch
can't
your right.
possibly realistically do on a controller that people are doing. Like the, you know, the Junkrat mine hopping.
Oh yeah.
Yellow flag.
They're doing that, but landing like on top of street lights.
That's pretty much what I assumed would happen. It's just the
Yellow flag.
PC players are going to be stomping the console players.
Yep.
Just
So-
because they're
On your
like,
left.
They've
They
got
have more
apparently they've
means
got a
available.
version where you can turn off crossplay,
All clear. Clear
Yeah.
left.
but you have to like sign your life away to Blizzard to do it.
oh,
No, you have to sign your life away to by Blizzard to do it at all now.
yeah.
But now the thing is like you can turn off crossplay, but it's only gonna be
Yellow
your
flag.
console,
Caution.
and you've lost all the people that will play crossplay.
Yeah, it seems like if you don't want to play crossplay, the queue times are going to be insane. That's just what I've always been assuming is what's going to happen when they announce it.
And I believe this is the other thing that I think is really shitty, but it's not that big of a deal for me. But
Left side. All clear.
I don't think you can play competitive unless you have crossplay on.
Left side. Clear.
Really? I would have thought it would be the other way.
Clear.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That makes sense
well,
to me.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, because competitive, presumably you'll want the best in the world. You know, you're measuring against everyone in the world, whereas
Caution.
you'd have to set up completely different competitives for crossplay, competitive
Well, that's-
for like PlayStation, competitive for Xbox, competitive for whatever.
but they
I mean,
already
that's-
had that.
Yeah, they already had that.
What was it before?
But it seems like this way it's just going to be silver as opposed to being, you know, people who aren't very good. It's just going to be console players, and like platinum or whatever is going to be PC players. Like
Well,
it
I
doesn't
think-
seem like it's actually a measure of skill as much as it's a measure of what your system can do for you.
Yeah, but I mean, think about like Rocket League. Like everybody's in the same pool there.
Yeah, but it's way different. You're not
I mean,
using
yeah,
a
it's a
keyboard
different
in Rocket League.
type of game. But what I'm saying is like, it would be weird in Rocket League if there was like the best in the world
Watch your left.
at
Still there.
everything versus the best in the world at Xbox. Like, that would be weird.
Clear left.
That would be weird, but the thing is that Rocket League isn't a mouse and keyboard game. Like I can't imagine like Valorant on a fucking console doing that competitively would be insane. Like trying to compare between console players and PC players, it's unfair. Like there is a definite skill ceiling to playing on console as far as rank would go.
Okay,
Like,
conspiracy
you're never
theory
going to
time.
be good.
Do you think they're trying to push people off of consoles for some reason?
No, I don't think this would be the thing.
I think what they're like, I don't, I seriously think the whole reason they were doing it is because they wanted to get more players. Because like, oh, why don't you want to play Overwatch? Well, I don't want to play Overwatch because I can't play with my friends because they're on PC. And then, but I think this whole season, like the competitive season, is just shot because I think everybody's going to realize that PC players have such a high ranking and everyone else doesn't. I don't know. Like, it is a beta, though. It is a cross-play beta. That's what they said it was, so.
I guess. I mean, I feel like what they're doing is testing the community to see if this is something that they would be open to for Overwatch 2.
Keep right. Yellow flag.
I'm not even like...
Watch your right.
Overwatch 2 is going to be different as well, though, because it's player versus environment, not player versus player.
Oh, I thought it was both.
It's both, but you know what I mean? Like, why not have cross-play on player versus environment? And
For that, it makes a lot of sense, yeah. But, I don't know. Having competitive be the same across different platforms is just so stupid to me. Like, that
They
seems
they also added this other thing is like the game is ever so slightly different for console players and for PC players.
yeah.
Like Symmetra's little turrets,
On your left. Hold your line.
Yes.
Left
those
side.
do more damage on PC.
Clear left.
And the reason why is because you can actually accurately look at them and go pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Whereas on a console, you're like, what is going on? What am I doing?
Oh, how did they fix that?
Clear left.
They just made the PC settings the default settings for everything.
Clear left.
So they just made it easier for PC, essentially?
Watch out.
Yeah.
Yellow flag.
Okay, that seems like the opposite solution.
Car left. Clear left.
Well, I think they just want people on PC for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but
That's what I was saying. Conspiracy theory.
you're probably right, and it might actually. I don't know. This is big brain time, but maybe people who
The caution flag is
maybe
out.
like stats have shown that people who are on a PC are more likely to buy loot boxes or something.
Well, think
Maybe.
about it this way. If you get them on PC, they have to launch through the Blizzard launcher, right?
Watch your left.
Well, you have to make a Blizzard account to play online, which
Okay.
anything now.
But like, I know I don't have Blizzard. I don't play any Blizzard games, I don't think. But for Epic and for
On your left.
all these things, you have to like, if you bought the game now for PC, you have to launch it through Epic, right? Not Steam or anything. And so by getting people to have to go through
All clear.
the Epic app on the PC to do it, you're basically forcing people through your stuff. Whereas on console, it's kind of like, okay, I turn on the Epic thing and Epic wants to promote the new Shooty Shoot 12, right? On console, you just turn it on and you play. You don't get that extra step of promotion or whatever, right? Like, by keeping everybody in their environment, they have more power over their users than they do if it's just on a console.
Also, it would make sense to be like if you had an Xbox console and they're like, you can buy a loot box. Look at this great loot box. But since you're playing on whatchamacallit, Xbox, Microsoft gets to take their cut of the thing you bought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All clear. Left side.
So yeah,
Either
there's,
that or
there's
else-
lots of reasons
Yeah.
they would want to push it to PC rather than console.
Maybe, but I just feel like
Car left. All clear.
it's healthier to have every ecosystem develop on its own financially. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, kids are never gonna just have a PC. Like, I mean, the majority of kids, like, and kids are a big amount of Overwatch players. Like,
Yeah, but look at the reverse. How many things do they have to put in for like child safety? Is that costing them money?
no,
Especially with all the like COPA crap and stuff going on right now.
yeah, I think kids are an insane potential for money to be made, not an expense. I don't think they don't want people playing their games, kids or otherwise.
That's
like,
fair. I don't know. I think most of these game companies could care less if people play their games. I think it's if people give them the
Well,
money.
it's always about the money, but money comes from people playing the game for the most part, or at the very least buying the things.
2/3.
What?
I'm 2/3 of the way through the race.
Oh, okay.
That's why I turned damage off, because stuff like
Whoa.
that. I don't know if you've noticed, Turkey, but 3 drivers have been ejected from the racing surface and are outside the track now.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't noticed.
Yeah, one of them is Sato, which just kind of figures. I'm assuming there was some kind of crash and they like went through the fence because the fence isn't a collidable object. The wall is, but the fence is not.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they just somehow bounced over the fence or over the wall through the fence. But yeah, that's a thing.
Cool.
This is the best version of Phoenix I could find. I have like 7 versions, none of them were suitable.
All clear. Watch your right. Clear. Watch out. Yellow flag.
Man, if we lose, I'm gonna be like. One of the things that I've been really hating about Overwatch lately is Turkey Neck. You know what I'm talking about when I say overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a
Overtime.
massive crash somewhere along the way there. Did you see that? There were cars everywhere.
Yeah. Is that a wheel you just passed?
Yeah, it's a wheel I just passed. So I don't know why the full course yellow didn't come out. That's a little. I think that's James Hinchcliffe in pieces over there.
Cool. That seems right.
And I think that's
Your,
James Hinchcliffe's wing I just hit.
Your AI settings seem good. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, there's somebody like under the track.
Yeah, so we're really coming apart at the seams here at lap 200.
The simulation wasn't meant to go this long.
Well, I was telling Artie, you know how like in real life, if a race gets half distance, they'll call the race?
Yeah.
Since I got half distance, if something catastrophic happens, I am totally willing to be like, that's it, we're just going to pause and take the results from there.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know what happened, but this just kind of seems like a normal somebody crashed and somebody else got sucked up into it kind of a situation. So maybe that's actually slightly realistic this time. I will say Simona De Silvestro has easily been the worst car, and she's in 33rd right now. So that means 32nd now. So that means 10 cars, something has happened to probably 10 cars.
Watch your right. Clear right. The caution flag is out.
Carry on with Overwatch, I'm sorry, it's just something actually happened.
Overtime.
Caution.
Yeah, when you die and it's overtime, it takes longer to respawn.
On your left. All clear.
Oh,
Not
Hey, look, a
like
wheel.
always.
did they change that?
Clear.
No, it's always been that way.
Oh,
But
All clear.
what's been going on is like,
Clear.
when that happens, it really just makes the game not matter until the last
Clear
race.
left. All clear.
yeah.
Very Mario Karty in it. But I will love Overwatch 2, and I will be waiting for it.
Oh, here's another crash happening.
On your left.
Okay.
Clear. Watch your left. Hold your line.
The parents just got back with pizza, so I'm voting now.
Clear left.
Pizza. What kind of pizza?
St. Louis style pizza. So what?
Oh no, Cecil Whitaker's! Artie, let's go to St. Louis and eat some Cecil Whitaker's.
Okay.
Actually, do you know, Turkey Neck, if that deal is everywhere. The Wednesday deal.
You
Flag is out.
Because maybe there's somewhere we could jog across the river real quick and get some Cecil Whitakers.
Right. All clear.
across the Ohio River.
Yeah.
We went to
It's Ohio
we went to
style
Wendy's
pizza.
this morning.
All clear. Yellow
We
flag.
went to Wendy's this morning, and this freaking T-Mobile Tuesday is Wendy's.
Yellow flag.
But it was like, as we were pulling out of the parking lot, like, we got the notification, hey, check out the T-Mobile Tuesday. And it was like, you could have had a free chicken sandwich, idiot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Caution.
Does it? I feel like it'll be for like a week or something.
Yeah, we should save it, actually, already. But you had to download the app to get it. And I don't know, man. Anytime I have to download the app, it's really never worth it.
Clear left.
Why don't you just keep the app on your phone?
Car left.
They had
Because they spam
there was
Flag is out.
there was a Taco Bell like contest where they're like, sign up and you'll get this for free, right? And it was such bullshit because you got the app, you signed in, and then the app would crash.
Oh.
Yellow
Yeah.
flag.
But they'd still send you like ads and
Flag is
garbage.
out. Watch your left. Watch your left.
Anyway, I'm gonna leave now.
Happy Pizza,
Watch
Inc.
your right.
Thank
All
you.
clear.
Goodbye.
On your left. Car left. Hold your line. All clear. On your left. Hold your line. Still there.
Just
Clear
you and
left.
me again. Artie, if you want to look up Cecil Whitaker's Pizza, find out where the nearest one is. That would actually be kind of fun, a fun little adventure tonight.
Yeah?
Because they have half
Go
off
out.
pizza right now.
They have half off pizzas?
Yeah,
I'll have
every,
to-
whatever today is, Tuesday? Every Tuesday it's like Customer Appreciation Day, and it's like half off.
Clear. Watch out. Yellow flag.
Watch there be one like, you know, real close that we just didn't know about.
There are none on our side of the river. Like they just haven't made it over.
The nearest one says Florissant, Missouri.
Caution.
Well, nearest one says 10.7 miles away.
I like how you're trying not to dox us. So not only did you
And-
say it's anywhere near, but now you've said
Yeah, no worse.
an exact.
Whatever.
Holy crap!
What?
Did you see that?
Caution.
No, I'm out there looking
Okay,
for pizza.
that is definitely. Okay, all right.
Left side. Clear left.
We are
All clear.
definitely using my 150% rule, I think. Somebody must have been doing about 500 miles an hour on the wall and just took out everybody. Holy crap. Okay, all right, we're going to look at a replay because that was hilarious. Okay. Okay, so are you watching the...
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Okay, so I don't know how far back I need to rewind, but somebody just comes flying by at like ludicrous speed.
Oh, there's someone
There
in
it is.
the
There it is. It's
road.
slow-mo now on the right-hand side. What is going on? Now there's a car just
So fast.
flying back there. Oh my goodness.
So fast, despawn.
Okay, so it looks like I'm unsure. It's either Elio Castroneves or I'm not sure who.
What the heck?
It's going to be one of these two: the red or white car or the black or pink car. Here, just goes into. Yeah, look at that! I'm not fast forwarding.
Huh. Well,
What is
Jeez.
this thing? What?
it's kind of like you get into an accident, but it bends your wheels in this perfect way that you
Okay,
get
so
more traction than before.
Can you see the steering wheel here where it says 168?
Yeah.
Okay, the top speed on this track is about 190, 198, okay? I want to see when we hit ludicrous speed here, what does that number say?
170, 180, 184.
225, 412, 502? I mean, like, yeah.
Well, that would explain why he slammed up against the wall. He may be dead.
Okay, I was able to pause it here at 621 miles an hour here on the end. Just he found the mushroom.
He found a mushroom.
Okay. All right. You know what? We're gonna. I have never in my life. I have played this. Not Automobilista itself, but like it runs off the R Factor engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have, for about 15 years, I've been playing this game. I've never seen this error before. This is hilarious. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I have no explanation. Normally when something screws up, I can kind of figure out what happened. But I got nothing, man. I've never seen this before. And I think he takes the whatever car it was that was in front of him with him.
He just pushes him.
Okay, so now this poor car, just minding their own business here. All right, there we go. Let's fast forward. Okay, now I'm not pushing fast forward anymore. They just get stuck on them. Or no, wait, maybe...
geez.
I don't know, man. No, yeah, they just got... No. No, they're also... It's like a football! Oh my goodness. They hit something here and just go flying. Oh, they hit nothing. I'm trying to like slow-mo. I'm trying to slow-mo when they start flying here. I don't. This is slow motion.
Just stop existing.
It's just... Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's see here. Let's get... I want to find, like, you know, if you were at the race, what would this look like? Like, in the stands?
Well.
Okay, so... We'll just... let's move back. Stop for a second. Go up. Nope, that's zoom in. That's not what I wanted. I kind of forget what I've mapped my controls here to be. There we go. Okay, now let's move back. We're gonna sit up here. This is one of the cool things about this game. Camera could go anywhere. All right, we paid for some pretty good seats. We're up near the top, right? And we're just here. We're having a good time. We're not expecting to see any kind of like astral projection moments or anything. But the NASCAR... Okay, let's rewind that. I can't even keep up with it with the camera. You know, you're just sitting here watching a race, and then... Oh, there...
Oh, reality's gone.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure before that happened, Scott Dixon was leading the race. It might have also been Elio Castroneves, but so that's who won the race. I finished third, and I don't know because we're not going to continue on after the display of ludicrous speed here. I don't even want to pretend that that's somehow realistic. Like, oh my goodness. So, anybody who's watching, past, present, or future, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna end this farce now. Next week is, that's a lovely droning sound. Next time is, I believe, Sonoma, also known as Sears Point, also known as, I don't know what they used to call it, but it's out in California. Bye.